Hey guys, today what we're going to be looking at is how to get the Truffle Dashboard to open up on Google Chrome if you're on a Mac using Safari as your main browser, or if you were just using Safari and Truffle Dashboard opened a port for the first time on Safari, it will continue to defer to Safari, which is super annoying. I'll show you exactly what I mean. So first what I'm going to go do is I'm going to go open my node here on Visual Studio. And as you can see, I have been working on a Hashlips NFT collection. I've already created the collection. I'm not going to go over how to create the collection. I'm just going to go over how to troubleshoot the Truffle Dashboard opening up on Safari, which doesn't actually support MetaMask or other crypto wallets. And as a result, it makes it really difficult to do anything on Google Chrome because it's just once the port is open on Safari, it's unresponsive on Google Chrome. So first thing I'm going to go do is I'm going to open a terminal. On this new terminal, what I'm going to do is install Truffle. So I'm going to type in npm IG, which I think is global, Truffle, npm IG Truffle, and I'm just going to let it install. There is already a version of it installed, so my installation will go quicker than your installation. I just want to make a quick note here. As you can see, I'm using the Hashlips Labs NFT ERC721 collection repository. It doesn't really matter what version repository you have here. That will not affect how Truffle's working here. Or it may affect how the program interacts with Truffle, but that's not something I'm getting into. This should ideally work for all versions of this NFT ERC721 collection. Now, while this is going and this is installing, I'm going to go open a new terminal, and I'm going to get the program that's supposed to interact with my Truffle dashboard. So I'm going to type in cd smart contract, and that should open up smart contract. There you go. And now I'm just going to go ahead and deploy it using yarn. Now it's done in 1.02 seconds because I've already deployed it, so it already exists. So it doesn't need to install anything else, but for you, it'll take a little bit of time. Go back to this here. Cool. So it gave me some errors, and I believe these errors come from the fact that we've already got Truffle installed, so you can ignore those errors. If you're getting errors, it might be worth it to explore. Ideally, you should only be getting a warning. But if you are getting errors, it might also be because you also probably have Truffle installed. But yeah, you can see here that Truffle added 10 packages, so it looks like Truffle is legitly here. So I can type in. I should be able to now type in. I'm gonna move this up a little bit. I should be able to now type Truffle Dashboard. Now, once I get Truffle Dashboard going, it's going to open up Safari. Look here. It's opened up Safari, localhost. This is the default host for all Truffle dashboards, and Safari is my default browser. This stinks because Safari doesn't really support MetaMask. So eventually this video will hopefully be outdated because eventually MetaMask will support Safari. So this won't be an issue. So what I'm going to go do is I'm going to go to Google Chrome, and I'm going to try to access this local host from Google Chrome. So opening up, so I'm going to copy localhost. I'm going to paste it right there, same address, try to open it. It's recognized that it's the Truffle dashboard, and you've even got the little favicon there, but can't interact with this page because for some reason the Truffle dashboard keeps deferring to Safari because that's where the port was opened up. And so yeah, I've tried uninstalling Truffle. I've tried closing all the ports that we're coming from Visual Studio Code or other unknown ports and unknown nodes. Tried kill all, kill 9. I did it all, and it wasn't Truffle for some reason. As soon as it first boots up onto Safari, it will be forever stuck in that port, even if Truffle isn't running or if Visual Studio Code is uninstalled or nothing's running. Super weird. Don't really know why this happens. I think it's a Mac related bug. Funny enough, if I were to go to my smart contract and I were to try to deploy, if I were to try to deploy this to the local host as well, I wouldn't be able to interact at all. And to test it out, I will show you. So I've gone ahead and I have deployed the smart contract to the Truffle dashboard. It will take a moment. There we go. So what happened, it said it was deploying contract, but you saw nothing changed here. Ideally, if it was deploying contract, there would have been an interaction here that would have changed. Moreover, on our Google Chrome, nothing has up either. So clearly this interaction is not working. As a result, it's pretty much just given up. And it says error headers timeout. So it's pretty much timed out. So I'm just gonna hit Control C just to stop this whole operation. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to close the Truffle dashboard. So to end this execution, same deal, Control C, and now the execution is over. So what I'm going to do this time is I actually searched this up in the Truffle documentation. So on the Truffle documentation, it says that you can actually call the dashboard onto any port you like. The Truffle dashboard is malleable. You can move it and change it however you need to. Cool. And I'm going to close both of these. So now that Safari is gone, I'm going to go ahead to my settings. I'm going to go to general, and I'm going to change my default web browser to Google Chrome. Now what I'm going to go do, Truffle dashboard -- port 6969, and now Truffle dashboard works again. You will find that Truffle dashboard, when it defers to the default 24012 and you had Safari set as the default browser, will create some weird interaction. But if you set the dashboard to something else, like a different, suddenly it'll work again on Google Chrome. So now that I've got my Truffle dashboard running, I want to show you how the hash lips will engage with this if you haven't adjusted one simple thing. So what I'm going to go do is I'm going to type in yarn deploy. And by the way, all the code that I'm doing here to deploy the smart contract configuration is all from the Hashlips masterclass. So Hashlips, and I'll link it below. Great class. However, of course, Hashlips himself can't cover all the errors that you'll encounter. So that's where community members like us step in. So I'm gonna go do the same deal. Yarn deploy. Well, actually, I don't have to type it all out. I've already typed it out. So I'm gonna press the up arrow key, and then I found it. Yarn deploy network Truffle. And this time, what'll happen is Truffle. Oh, actually, let's show you what happens when I do this. In fact, I'll actually tell you what's going to happen. What's going to happen is it's going to attempt to deploy the port 24012. This is because Hashlips is aware that most of us will be deploying to that port because that's the default port for it. Now, what the issue is though, is that like my default port wasn't working. It's tied to Safari and it just won't work. And so, there you go. We've got the error caused by error econ refused to our port. This is my IP address, which I will have to blur. And 24012 is the port that they are looking for, which obviously fine because we're running on a different. So how do we fix this? This is sort of the big crux. What you want to go and find is the hard hat, because what's going on here is it's running a hard hat script. So you want to go ahead and find the hard hat you want to go ahead and find this file. It is under smart contract. So what you want to do is you want to go into the smart contract folder at the ERC721 collection, open up smart contract, and then go ahead and open up hardhatconfig.ts, not the one with the underscore. I think that's to save default file. And this is the one we can edit. Hardhatconfig.ts. Go ahead and open this up. And now we've got it all loaded up. And what's neat here is I'm actually already at the section. So you're going to start up and you're going to want to make your way down, and just scan it through until you find, and actually you can even Command F to try to find this. And then until you find this network's local host. So it says here that it should be that the network Truffle URL should be localhost 24012. Ours is localhost 6969. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to change this 6969. RPC, everything else stays the same. And I'm going to go ahead and save. See, now I still need the wallet, don't I? So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and connect my wallet. Hey, so I've gone ahead and I've clicked connect wallet. That was there. And it's going to ask me if I want to confirm I'm on the right network. So now I'm going to hit confirm. And just like that, my network is now connected. I'm now connected to the Rinkeby test network on my account. And now that Truffle's working, now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try that whole thing again. Now that my hard hat configuration is pointing to the right place, I'm going to go ahead and type in yarn deploy network Truffle again. And I'm going to try to deploy the smart contract to yarn as well. And now this time what we should find is the smart contract should now engage with Truffle. There we go, deploying contract. And you can see here that it's asking me to process. So I'm going to go ahead and click process. This is a timed interaction, so you got to be quick on this. And I'm going to click confirm, and then this is going to work. Obviously, I'm going to hit reject because I don't want to pay it right now. It's going to be like, oh, error, you rejected it, XYZ, blah, blah, blah. But now you can see that I got it to fully work with Truffle. Now, as a bonus, I would also like to show how to get the minting-dapp to work in the event that the minting-dapp, and you can see here that I'm using two separate nodes by the way, for when I'm running this entire process. I'm going to open up a new node or a new terminal, and I'm going to try to get the minting-dapp to work as well. What you're going to find is the minting-dapp is going to attempt to deploy into a port that's already in use. So I'm going to type in cd minting-dapp. Great. And then I'm going to yarn. So I'm going to deploy this as well. And it's already deployed, right? So no need to do anything else. And of course, by the way, for those of you that yarn isn't working, that's something you'll need to search up on your own, why yarn isn't working. I'm not really going to cover that here unless you guys would like me to. So what I'm going to do now is same issue with ports, right? Especially on Mac, ports are so annoying. So if I want to run this program now, run yarn dev server. So I want to get the dev server up and going. So now what it's going to attempt to do is it's going to put it all together and it's going to attempt to run a developer server for the minting-dapp. And you can see here that it's attempting to run the Webpack server. It's going to hit an issue. It says that the port 8080 is currently in use. It says EADDRINUSE. Okay, I'm not going to even try to say it, but it says port 8080 is occupied. Now, port 8080 has a separate call code to kill it. We're going to go find that. So port 8080, I believe this happens if you have the IPFS installed on your computer. What Hashlips doesn't know is that there seem to be port issues, at least at the time of his video, he didn't know that he was making, was that, like, obviously it was compatible at the time, but now there seems to be some weird issue going on where if you have IPFS installed, the minting-dapp will not work until you kill the IPFS node. I've cleared my terminal now. And so to get rid of that issue, what you want to go do is you want to go find the port at which it was running. So we know that it was running at port 8080. So lsoft-i, and then I'm going to a port number 8080, and I want the information for that port. So what it's going to give me, it's going to give me very concise information. And so I'm going to have to blur some of this stuff out, but it's telling me that the PID is 1139. So what I'm going to go do, kill -9 1139, and it's going to go ahead and it's going to kill process. Now that that process is killed, I should be able to go run my dev server without any issues now. There we go. There we go. We've got a successive build now, and this is going to be the URL to which you can access the dev server. Just to show you that it's fully working, I'm going to wait till it says that the dev server is fully ready for us to interact with. Webpack compiled successfully, and I've got the notification for it, which is great. So now what I can do is I can copy this, and just like Hashlips did in his video, paste it, and voila, Hashlips will load successfully. Now, of course, it's going to say can't find the contract. Are you sure you connected to the right chain XYZ? That's because I haven't set it all up. So yeah, that's top to bottom how to deal with the port issues I faced when trying to work with Hashlips's NFT ERC721 collection repo. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know if there's any other trouble you've encountered, anything else you want me to cover in the future, and I wish you the best of luck in creating your own NFT collection and dealing with ports in general. This isn't exclusive to just NFTs or Hashlips and stuff either. The stuff that I've shown you here is applicable to all types of issues when it comes to Node.js and when it comes to Visual Studio Code and Mac and ports and all that stuff. All right, take care, and I'll see you soon.